What is up guys, Stu here. Oh, same t-shirt as yesterday? That's right, because I'm filming these babies back to back. I'm incredibly tired. And today from the film festival, we're going to be talking about one of my most anticipated films of the entire year. That one was Waves, and God, it's fucking good. It is good. I couldn't hold that out any longer. I was trying to keep a bit of suspense, but it's fucking amazing. I loved it. But essentially, it's the latest film from Trey Edward Shults, a director behind previous films like It Comes at Night and Krisha. Both amazing films. It Comes at Night being an incredibly underrated gem. Honestly, I don't feel like enough people talk about how cracking that film was. But here, he's made the move back from post-apocalyptic horror cinema into more kind of grounded human drama, and ow, my heart hurts. This is easily, as of right now, probably the most powerful film I've seen this year in terms of just sheer emotion. I mean, I was crying like a baby through a lot of this film. And I know I've said that a lot about a lot of films, alright? But the point still stands. It is such a visceral and unrelenting assault on the senses, this one. It's kind of impossible not to get swept up in it. I was very surprised by a lot of things that happen in this film, so the less you know going into this one, the better it's going to be for it. It's about people and relationships and the things that these people go through and the way it affects their relationships. Synopsis 101. But Trey Edward Shults, man, I mean, he directs the hell out of this one. It's very, very sort of, I guess, quick and jumbled and frantic in its nature, which I think is certainly going to put some people off. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in this film, which I'm not going to be surprised if I see people going, didn't like that. But for me, I was thoroughly on board with it. And that's basically because at the center of it, there are these characters which I genuinely care about. And they're characters which go through a lot of shit. And that may sound like quite an obvious thing to say about any film, because that's hopefully what any film's going for with their characters. But this one, more so than any other of this year, feels like you go through a whole bunch of shit with these characters, and it's quite a sucker punch. As a result of that, it can feel like many sort of different films in one, and it's already one of the criticisms I've seen from it, the fact that it feels like different films, and there's absolutely a point in this film where you're like, okay, this could be a different film. But I actually really enjoyed that aspect of it, and it reminds me kind of, in that sense, and really that sense only, of Place Beyond the Pines, which is a film I adore. And the direction and editing as well can make it feel very frantic at times. It's energetic, I think, is the best way to describe this film. Right from the camera movements down to the cuts, it's sweeping, it's moving. There's not a still frame in this one. I can understand why some people might think it's a little bit too much, but for me, I kind of enjoyed the chaos of it all anyway. Because, and here we go with the most pretentious thing I'm going to say all year, humans are messy. God, I wasn't even sure I could get that out. And that's one of my favourite things about this film, is that it touches on so many different aspects of human emotions and human friendships and relationships. It helps that the cast here is giving stellar work, though. Honestly, there's not one person in this film that didn't absolutely crush it. Start with the obvious, Sterling K. Brown, who is the dad in the family. Oh, man. I mean, Sterling, man, he's so good. I don't need to say that already. When that man cries, I will start crying immediately. I might not even know it's happened. I'll feel a tear hit my leg and I'll be like, oh, what? Damn it, Sterling. But there's also Alexa Demi in the film, who you'll probably know from Euphoria, which is a show that I've watched recently and loved her in that. But also Deep Cut, I guess. I loved her in Brigsby Bear, so that's always going to be what I know her from. But she's fantastic here as well. Again, an incredibly emotional performance, and she crushes it. Lucas Hedges is in the film as well, because it's an A24 film. Gotta be in there, gotta get that A24 bingo. He's great though. I know a lot of people have different opinions on Lucas, but I'd be hard pressed to find someone who didn't think he did a solid job in this one. But there are two real standouts for me, two people that totally blew me away. But that is Taylor Russell and Kelvin Harrison Jr., who are the brother and sister in this film, who are unbelievably good. Seriously, I could gush about their performances, but I'm going to try and keep it nice and concise. Kelvin Harrison Jr. does such a good job with this character, because it's the sort of character which starts off looking like one way, but we quickly sort of unravel bits of him. And I love the way that through Schultz's direction, writing, and his performance, it really did take a deep look on masculinity in the modern era. All the pressures that are put on someone like him in today's society, he really brought that all through in his performance. And there's like a stretch in this film which reminded me a lot of sort of like a Safdie Brothers Good Times style thing, where, I mean, this motherfucker is relentless. And on the flip side of that is Taylor Russell as his sister, and she was a total surprise here. I honestly felt like her character was going to be a little bit of a side character to begin with, but nope, she totally just is just like, no, this is going to be my film now. And there is a killer scene between her and Sterling K. Brown in this one that I just want to cry thinking about it. But I guess the main takeaway from this one is that I cried a lot. it made me feel a lot of emotions. So regardless of how messy it can sometimes feel to some people, it did its job on me. That's all I can say there. I love the sort of frantic, chaotic, and unrelenting approach to direction here. It really does feel like a mood piece, and that's helped by an insane soundtrack filled up with all sorts of stuff. I mean, any film that drops a Radiohead song towards its latter half in a climactic act is a winner for me. But it's definitely one of those films where, regardless of your taste in music, if you're under the age of 25, you're going to be going, oh, cool, that's a good bop. I've never successfully sounded like someone over 25 quite as much in my life. Good bop. Christ alive. Am I 90? It all comes together to create a film which is constantly evolving and constantly keeping you surprised and shocked. I mean, there's multiple points in this film where I was like, oh, that's where it's going. Did not see that coming even slightly. It's a powerful gut punch of a film. I cannot wait to see this one again. Honestly, as of right now, it's probably one of my favorites of the year, if not my actual favorite. It delivered in so many ways, and it's one that I'm not going to stop thinking about for a while, and one which I'm happily going to go back to time and time again, because there's just so much in it, and I love films like that. Some seriously meaty films where you just want to go back in and absorb it all again. What more could you want from a film, huh? But what about you guys? Have you seen Waves yet? Are you going to check it out at the festival? If you did see it, how did it compare to your expectations? Because I know there's been a whole lot of buzz around this from everyone online at the moment. Whatever you thought about it, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see me talk about more shit, go ahead and click subscribe so you don't miss any of the future reviews from the festival, which are, if you didn't hear or didn't see because you don't have eyes, dropping daily. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another moving picture. Just realised I'm on a swivelly chair, so I may just be fucking whirling around throughout all these videos, and I haven't noticed yet, but it's fun anyway. Until next time, stay beautiful, motherfuckers.